So while I was on my way to the guild traders, I noticed there's a new repeatable quest. I'm not sure if I unlocked it by doing Halls of Regulation, maybe? Well, let's talk to Novice Holly.
I heard about what you've done since arriving in the Clockwork City. If you're looking to do some more good, Adjunct Darrow and the Clockwork Apostles could use some additional assistance. And we pay well for services rendered, of course.
What's the job?
We require someone to replace several commutators within the Halls of Regulation.
Oh.
You'll need to have combat skills, as the repair factotums both refuse to do their work and attack anyone who tries to do it for them.
So what's the details?
You need to exchange the galvanic engine's used commutators with new ones. Replacements can be found within the factotums. Naturally, we offer a reward for anyone who can complete this task. For more information, talk to Initiate Tillel.
I'll take the job.
Thanks for agreeing to help. With all the sudden interest in the Clockwork City, the Apostles are stretched pretty thin.
So why is a Clockwork Apostle novice handing out jobs?
When a hammer gets caught in the gears, it's the duty of every Apostle to roll up their sleeves and help. Besides, if I can put things back to some semblance of order, I'm sure to move up in the ranks. Everyone benefits. You see?
Everyone's in it for themselves in Clockwork City, I notice. Alright, so while we're wandering around, we are going to check out what the guild traders have to say. And then we're actually probably going to help the two that were arguing, Raynor. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. How about Raynor and see if we can help them, you know, fix their differences. Okay.
Hey, you. Working with Brengelin. Come this way.
Okay. Why am I sneaking? We're in the middle of town. Why are we sneaking?
I overheard you talking to Bren about the root liquor, and I had to intervene before you took off on some wild guar chase.
You don't think I'll be able to find more?
Oh, I know you won't. That rare stock was a batch of counterfeit hooch I was trying to pass off on a wealthy mark, but she caught wise. When Bren got into it, I didn't have the heart to tell him it wasn't the real thing. I only made one batch.
Can you make more?
Suppose I could, but I based it off stuff that isn't easily come by. A part of the mix is Wellspring hooch, and I have on good authority that some students of the catalog of rote duplication keep a stash. Off limits, but that's not the hard part.
What is then?
The other main ingredient can't be found in Clockwork City. Stuff was stolen from the private reserve of some silk shirt in Port Hunding. Even if you could get out of this ticking prison, you'd have to smuggle a crate of the stuff back here.
I think I can handle that.
I'll believe you when I see it. If you do pull it off, meet me in Slagtown.
So, it actually wants to send us back to Stros Mackay, but like I said, that could probably wait. We're gonna see who else we can help.
Raynor, you let him walk all over you. There's a difference between cordial and compliant.
You told me to play nice with others. Now you complain? I don't have to listen to this. I'll finish exploring on my own.
Kirith, what's up?
Sorry you had to hear that. Our family feuds aren't usually so dramatic. Raynor always requires a delicate touch, but he's never stormed off before. He hates being on his own.
What were you two arguing about?
That whole shadow business. I didn't like the way Raynor let that high elf artificer with a dwarven control rod up his arse order us around. My brother didn't deserve to be treated so poorly. I just wish he believed it too.
Raynor mentioned something about finishing your exploration?
Before I wounded his pride, we were planning to explore this marvelous machine world. He charged off to prove he didn't need my help, and we know how that's going to turn out.
Oh.
I'll let him cool off, but could you make sure he stays out of trouble?
I'll go check on Raynor.
What I said to Raynor was pretty harsh, but he can be so infuriating.
Brother, sisters.
Look, he might be a brilliant artificer. Unfortunately, he's a terrible dungeon delver. Without me, he's going to get lost or hurt. Just don't mention me when you see him.
I'm pretty sure even if you go with him, he'll get lost or hurt, because I'm always happy to save you guys. So where do you think Raynor is going?
There are so many intriguing possibilities, I'm not sure which one he tried to tackle first. If I were my brother, I'd start by heading into the radius. We talked about using that gulch with the outflow pipe as a base, so maybe begin there?
Do you and your brother argue often?
Like Kwama warriors fighting for the affection of their queen. We're siblings. Of course we have arguments. Raynor's a thinker, and I'm all about action. Our differences make us a great team when we're not engaged in a heated debate.
You're sure you don't want to go after your brother?
No. Raynor needs some alone time. We both do. No sense starting the same fight all over again.
That is true.
You go talk to Raynor. Help him work things out so we can get back to our usual sibling rivalry. Just don't let him know I sent you.
Okay. So, sibling rivalries is what we're up to next. I just need to check everything that's in here before I head out. Okay, so it seems like Raynor is probably somewhere down here, so I'm just gonna go cliff jumping, which is a lot safer when you're on a max level character and not one of your low level characters. I will definitely say that. Oh, that's just the base of the plan. Okay. Cliff jumping! Oh my goodness, we're surviving. This is perfect. Oh no! He's up there. I shouldn't have went cliff jumping so far. I guess we'll need to go back up. Alright, so back up we go. Alright, don't jump off the cliff, it's okay.
Kirith doesn't appreciate my contributions to our partnership. She thinks I'd be lost without her. Well, I'll show her. My superior intellect easily outshines her bravado and daring do. But what brings you out here, my friend?
I thought I'd give you a hand exploring the Clockwork City.
That's a generous offer, but I find your sudden arrival somewhat convenient. Did my sister send you after me? She really does think I'm as helpless as a newborn scrib without her, doesn't she?
Can't a person just want to help an old friend? Besides, who wouldn't want to explore this place?
It's a fascinating place, isn't it? So much to see and learn. People in the Brass Fortress told me about a number of sites. We simply have to go and see them for ourselves.
All right.
The possible discoveries, they boggle the mind. Shall we go explore?
Let's go explore.
There are a number of locations I want to examine. I added them to your map. Lead on, and I will follow. Don't worry. I'll provide any assistance I can, but I have to admit I'm not much of a fighter. That's more Kirith's area of expertise.
So, how did you and Kirith end up here?
Same way as you, I imagine. We were looking for the ruins of Barm's Amshend beneath Mournhold when we came across a tiny city inside a clockwork globe. Needless to say, I knew what it was the moment I saw it. The shrinking made me queasy, though.
What were your impressions of Proctor Luciana?
Stern, physically intimidating. To be honest, she scares the scrib jelly out of me. Did you know she was once an Imperial battle mage? During the Riemann dynasty, while fighting in some war, a spell went awry and threw her through time and space.
And that's how she got here? It is.
Eventually, Sothasil found her. She was severely injured, but he restored her using supplemental clockwork body parts. Soul gems power the parts, as with any other enchanted item.
Okay.
She's received so many replacements, she's functionally immortal.
Wow. You know, Kirith thinks you let Narama walk all over you.
She also thinks I'm stubborn,
You are.
antisocial, and a pain in the nether regions. I admit I acquiesced to Naramo's leadership. He has experience, wisdom, qualities that come naturally to someone of his age. To do less would have been disrespectful.
So after you finish exploring, how are you going to get back to Morrowind?
Devaith Fear offered to teleport us out of here when we're ready. So that's one option.
Oh, well that's pretty good.
I plan to find our own way out, though, just in case. After I prove to Kirith that I'm capable of investigating a site on my own. With your help, of course.
Well, I don't think that really counts as doing it on your own if it's with my help. So what kind of... Oh, wow, you really do have sites all over the place. But the resonant sphere... Oh my goodness, that's the giant ball that I was like, why is there a giant ball in Clockwork City? Oh, that was close to death. I should be a little more careful than that. I would like to know about the giant ball because I question it when I walked by as well. So it's going to be our first place we go. There's a fishing hole over there, though, so I need to fish. I'll be right back. We're getting much closer to the sphere, and I was pretty happy because on that fishing hole, I actually got a coppery cucumber fish, or I don't know, something like that. Anyways, it was one of the rare fish for Clockwork City. Oh yes, we get to find out about the giant ball. Yes. What? Whoa, whoa, lady.
The resonant sphere. One of Sothasil's minor marvels. There! Did you hear it? The same tone that the central spire emits during the night cycle.
I'm just trying to kill these things so I can listen to you. Oh, yes! Good. Okay, so there is the giant sphere that I was wondering about. Yay! What'd you find out? Oh, I do hear.
Did you notice the perfect symmetry? The total roundness of the form?
That would be a sphere.
And the way it reacted to simple magical impulses? Incredible! If memory serves, the chimes sounded similar to the ones that ring in the brass fortress.
What do you think the sphere is even for? What's its purpose?
Applying magic to the sphere provoked an oral response.
Okay.
Perhaps Sothasil utilizes different frequencies of sound to perform his divine workings.
Whoa.
On the other hand, Lord Set might just appreciate good music.
Well, you're a dark elf. Should you even be asking such questions about one of your gods?
Tribunal doctrine strictly defines the consequences of questioning the methods and mechanisms of our living gods. The apostles here in the Clockwork City emulate Sothasil in their own ways. So any questions I ask seem tame by comparison.
All right, fair enough, fair enough. Where else can we go off to? Ooh, that looks like a delve over there. Investigate the Veil of Tears. Oh my goodness, don't we need to talk to the non-fortune-telling thing there? After this fishing hole, we'll head over. We are off to the Veil of Tears. Now, if you remember, we were also supposed to use a passphrase on the prognosticator here. I can't even say it right. But anyways, we're supposed to use a passphrase and check it out. So, oh, that was weird. We are going to do that while we're here. As well, we're going to let Raynor check it all out and see what he thinks of this place. Raynor? Hello? Are you afraid? Oh, come on. Let's get rid of you. Raynor's safe. You are, oh wow. Crazy fabricant. We're done here? Already? Well, what'd you find out?
I wonder how the lubricant winds up in the veil. Every time I answer one question, 3 more appear to take its place.
What purpose does the Veil of Tears serve, do you think?
I'm glad you asked.
Ooh.
I surmise that a correlation exists between the lubricant and the dead organic matter inevitably created in the Clockwork City. It has to go somewhere. I speculate that those pumps distribute the grease throughout the complex.
Organic matter? Even the trees are made of metal here.
Ah, but the fabricants consist of both flesh and machine. And so do the apostles. While the Dwemer were masters of mechanical construction, Lord Set took it a step further by adding living material to the mix. Kirith... No, never mind.
Okay. See, you do miss your sister. You absolutely do miss her. I have no idea how we're gonna find... Oh man, I don't even remember where the... I don't know, I'm gonna call him the procrastinator. That's really not the name. There it is! Okay. Awesome. We're going to tell them the passphrase that Buddy told us and see if we get a true fortune for ourselves. Alright. Hey!
By the word of Set, I am bound. No pronouncements can be furnished without proper statistics to analyze. Please provide the appropriate passphrase or present yourself to a Clockwork Apostle for immediate data collection.
Prime sequence 11, 13, 17.
Initializing. Reflecting. Reflecting. Unauthorized prophetic element engaged. Analyzing proximate subject. Determining wealth and social status. Permission to continue.
Permission granted?
Wealth and social status analysis complete.
Okay.
Indicates a poverty level income and a social status of a slave or indentured servant. Reflecting. Health and wellness analyzer engaged. Permission to continue?
Permission granted.
Health and wellness analysis complete. Indicates a strong constitution and a robust physique. Life expectancy favorable, pending accident or injury. Reflecting. Prophetic inhibitor disengaged. Prophecy imminent.
Prophecy? About me?
Dreaming. 1 niche. 2 niche. Prophecy complete. I see an island. A tower. 3 princes. Darkness spreading across the land. I see a golden night and an unexpected sacrifice. I see an end.
That doesn't sound good.
Everything must perish. That is the way of all reality. But the end that I see, you can alter the outcome. The variables indicate a minuscule percentage point in your favor.
So there is a way to change the future.
A chance. Lord Set and the 3 willing. Reflecting. Reflecting. Probabilities calculated. Odds generated. Demise certainty. 99.99%.
Oh.
And Somerset is the sequence of the words.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness. Somerset is absolutely going to be the next chapter. There are hints, and I'm positive, and so is a lot of the community, that the next chapter, like, you know, Morrowind, so not our next DLC, but the next chapter, which should come somewhere in June, probably, of next year, will be Somerset. And I am so excited for that. Alright, Raynor, we're going to our next item, which I'm guessing is this giant pile of rubble? At least that's what I would call it, is a giant pile of rubble. I'm sure there's going to be a better explanation for it. Is the giant pile of rubble not it? Where's our friend? Hello? Raynor, we never... Oh, we did talk to Raynor. So, where is he? Why isn't he helping us? Hello? Maybe I just have to get all the scary things away. Hey! What did you find out?
What a magnificent monolith! I wonder if the workings extend into the subterranean levels below us. Maybe that's where the true functioning takes place.
What purpose do you think the broken clock tower serves?
That's what I've been pondering since making my meticulous inspection of the site. It's a conundrum. Despite what that Slagtown trader told me, I don't see any method for determining what time it is. Kirith suggested... No. I can do this without her.
What did Kirith suggest?
Kirith uses intuition and leaps of logic instead of sound deductive reasoning. But it works for her. More often than not, actually. She thinks the tower is part of a vast underground mechanism that makes the city function. I suppose that makes sense.
So what do we do now?
We need to go back so I can tell Kirith. Damn. I can't believe I let a stupid argument cut my sister out of this.
Oh.
She should have been here. Not that I don't appreciate your help, mind you, but Kirith and we're a team.
Sounds like you're having some regrets.
It does, doesn't it? I'm not sure how to proceed. The complexities of social interaction are Kirith's speciality, not mine. She's my sister and we're a team. We work well together, but she did use some harsh, hurtful words. What do you think?
Well, maybe you should stand up for yourself. Let Kirith know you're as much of a part of the team as she is.
You're right. We just proved that I can be a successful explorer on my own.
I think I picked the wrong choice.
I don't need Kirith. She needs me.
Wrong
Let's
choice.
return to the Brass Fortress so I can give Kirith a piece of my mind. After you talk to her first, of course.
Alright. Oh, I probably should not have picked that, but now we're gonna head back to the Brass Fortress to watch them fight some more, I guess. I don't know.
There you are. I was worried sick about you.
Don't be worried.
Where have you been?
Whoa!
Is Raynor all right? I've been pacing around the Brass Fortress, worried sick and waiting for you to return.
I think your brother has something to say to you.
He does he? I suppose that's only fair, since I saved a few choice words for him too. We're partners, and partners don't abandon each other over a minor disagreement.
Oh.
Anyway, thanks for helping my brother out there. I appreciate it.
Aw, you're welcome.
Kirith, I have something to say to you. I'm your older brother, and I'm a genius.
Shit.
I deserve better than to be scolded as though I were a spoiled child.
Oh, you do you? And is this you not acting like a spoiled child?
There. You did it again. That's just mean. Partners don't treat each other that way. Or at least, they're not supposed to.
About time. I'm proud of you, big brother, finally standing up for yourself.
Yay!
That's what I've been telling you to do all along.
You... well, I mean, what did you expect? I always take your advice to heart. We are partners, after all.
Aww. They worked out their differences, and now everything is all good, right?
I don't know what happened out there, but thanks for bringing my brother back. I suppose you had something to do with him finally growing a spine.
Maybe.
I appreciate that too. Maybe now I won't have to worry about him quite so much.
I wouldn't take it that far. But thank you for joining me as we got Raynor and Kirith to, you know, figure out their differences and become a team once again. We still have more places to explore in Clockwork City. We actually have a lot of Clockwork City to explore. Look at all this stuff that we haven't explored. I do know there's a delve down here, and who knows what else is lurking in the shadows. And I don't think we've actually found a lot of the target dummies random spare parts. Maybe we should be looking for those a little harder. Thanks for joining me. Bye for now.